And so now I invite anybody who would like to come forward for Together Time. Welcome, everyone. So, for the Together Time today, I went looking for things that talked about change. And one of the things I found is something Reverend Jamie Dingus put together when she was thinking about how our principles are changing. So how some of the fundamental things of Unitarian Universalism are changing. And as she was thinking about how things change, but also how they stay the same, she thought about how technology had changed in her lifetime. So she thought about how some of the technology had changed, but the things that people did with technology stayed the same. So for that, I wanted to look at how technology changed in my lifetime, and I went and asked my dad for help, and asked him about how things had changed in his lifetime. So the first thing I have to show you is a vinyl record. And so this, when my dad was growing up, this is how people used to record and play music. And this one in particular was my favorite one he showed me, because this is, my dad was in a high school band. My dad is in the audience, but my dad was in a high school band. And this is how they used to record things. So nowadays, if you see somebody who's doing something cool, you might pull out your phone, or somebody might see you doing something cool and pull out your phone to record. But back when my dad was young, this was the way to record it. So let me see if I can pull. So that's what the vinyl record looks like. And then I brought one in that's really more. Did you have a question? I brought one in that's really more for the adults. This is from the Beatles, so Sgt. Pepper. I figured some people might remember that. And I brought some vinyls in if anybody wanted to pass them around. So my dad's generation above me, and then when I was thinking about how people used to play music when I was a kid, I was thinking about CDs. So I brought in for you all. This is a CD. It's a mix CD that one of my exes made for me to put together songs that he thought I would like. And I'll also tell you this. So then I wanted to put together a CD for my then partner, now husband, because I was like, that's such a cute idea. And by the time I put together a CD for him, he didn't have anything that could play a CD. But I also brought, so I showed you the Beatles vinyl. So this is CDs by Tracy Chapman, who's an artist I really like. So if you want to see CDs. And then as I got a little older, technology continued to change. So the next thing that came out are these guys, which are little iPods. And this is closer to what a phone, I think, nowadays looks like, where you could store and record music on it. Sorry, just watching people. And this is how you would play a CD, little CD player. The point of this being that things change, right? There's all these different ways and different technology. There's big discs, little discs, big square things. But the fundamental things that were done with all of these were the same. People used them to record their loved ones, to share those recordings with others. People used them to share famous and beautiful songs that they wanted to share with each other. So in the same way that even though the technology changes, but the fundamental things remain the same, in our religion we might change our principles, the wording might change, but the underlying values and the underlying things we're trying to do remain the same. And that's the same with the covenant, which is the change that I'll be talking about today. So, that's what I have for you all.